Hi YouTube, Amaru, and we're watching 4-bore versus Russian Ballistic VANT shield by Kentucky Ballistics. It's not to be fun. I know what the 4-bore is. It's a very, very big gun. So, I am curious if it can actually pierce a ballistic shield. What they say? Everything's only bullet resistant. Nothing is actually bulletproof. See what this is like?
So you're pretty sure you can move that log? Absolutely. That log ain't nothing. I can put it wherever you want. How long exactly have you been doing this? Since like noon today. Just picked the
Noon
up.
today.
My buddy Randy
Okay.
in jail. He said I could borrow it. So I started scooters, busting, trucking, tree removal. Do you even have a license? Yeah. This is just a piece of paper that says I can do whatever I want. Listen, do you want me to move the log or not? Yes.
I don't know you.
Move the log.
I don't think you need a crane like that just to move a log. I guess it works, huh? Oh. The cord stuck to it.
You have to lift it that high? Get down there and do my job, Scott.
Good job.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And today I have a very heavy ballistic shield. So over the years,
That actually, that makes sense. I was gonna say that looks like the shield you see on the guys in Payday when you're doing the missions in Russia. But I guess that makes sense. It's a Russian ballistic shield, so yeah, they had to take inspiration from somewhere. They wanted it to be accurate, so I guess that makes sense.
I have tested out several ballistic shields, and one that's been requested several times, but I have not tested out yet, is the VANT Russian ballistic shield. This thing is an absolute behemoth. It probably weighs close to 70 pounds, has ballistic glass, and is rated to stop quite a bit. And today we're going to find out just how much
Quite
it
a bit.
But we're not going to hit it with your average calibers. We're going to hit it with the world's most powerful rifles. So as you can see, this thing is what
Rifles,
they would call a
plural,
beefy
okay.
boy. It is very thick and very heavy. On the back, you have this giant metal handle wrapped in leather. This is a surplus shield, so as you can see, it has been used. Moving to the front of the shield here, you see we have this flap. That's to protect your legs from, I'm guessing, shrapnel or smaller calibers. And then here in the center is a red piece of cloth, and I'm not really sure, but my best guess is to subconsciously draw fire to the center of the shield. And as
that makes sense.
right here, I'm not really sure what that's for, but my best guess would be it's a mellow yellow holder. So I believe this thing is rated for some big stuff. I'm not going to waste too much time hitting it with smaller calibers.
Yeah.
We'll hit it with just a few, and
Fair
then we'll
enough.
jump right to the big stuff. Have you ever found yourself with too many things and nothing to put it in? Well, thankfully, you threw it too soon. Have you ever been in a situation where you have one too many things and nothing to put them in? Well, thankfully, 511 makes some really awesome backpacks, and they're today's sponsor. 511 is the original creator of the tactical backpack.
Tactical
Not only
backpack.
do the 511 Rush backpacks come in every shape, size, and color you can possibly think of, they're also full of handy-dandy compartments. And on top of that, they're stupid tough.
How tough are they? That's what the crane's for, okay. Looking like Drax there.
Great for skiing!
Okay.
So pretty much
Fair enough.
511 Rush Series backpacks are pretty tough. But you know what else is pretty tough? Paying full price. But lucky for you, if you use code SCOTT20, you will get 20% off all non-sale items. You can use this online by clicking my link in the description down below, or you can walk into one of 511's many retail stores. This offer is good until August 30th. Again, a big thank you to 511 for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to it.
Wasn't expecting him to hear you could use his code at brick and mortar stores, but okay. Is he gonna hang the shield by the crane and then shoot it? Is that what's gonna go on here?
I'm not gonna spend too much time on the smaller calibers. I'm only gonna use 1 or 2 handguns. This is a Glock Model 40 chambered in 10 millimeter, and I'm loaded up with Underwood ammo, 180 grain full metal jackets. I'm gonna hit it in the shield once and that little flap once and see how it holds up.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go right for the center.
Ooh, I watched that just zip off to the side there.
I'm gonna go for that little flap.
You caught it like Kevlar.
Let's go check it out. Okay. Looks like we have a good hit right there next to our red square. And if I had to guess, yeah, absolutely nothing. Now let's take a look down here.
Okay, I swear I saw the first one go flying.
Looks like we stopped it. So that's kind of surprising. I figured that was just for shrapnel, but looks like it will stop a small caliber handgun. But will it stop a large handgun? We're going to go ahead and skip straight to the top and use a Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum. This one has an 8 3/8 inch barrel, and I'll be using some Underwood ammo, Kentucky Ballistics, 600 grain hard cast.
Ooh,
okay,
partnered with them, huh?
First.
Nice. Nothing.
Let's try out the little leg flap. Oh!
Just looking at the ripples going through his arms. I think it still caught it.
I doubt it stopped that. So we got a good hit right there. And
nothing.
It stopped it. Stopped the 500 Magnum. There's not even a bulge. Now let's have a look down here. We hit right there with the 500 Magnum. And
wow.
Okay, it looks like it stopped it. It stopped the 500 Magnum.
Yeah, I figured it did.
So before we step it up to the most powerful,
it really deformed that flap, though.
We're going to use 1 or 2 standard rifles. Well, sorta. This is an AR-15. This one has a 40-inch barrel, so we'll be putting a little extra stank on it, and going to be loaded up with some Underwood ammo, 55 grain, 223 controlled chaos. Okay.
Nickel casings, nice.
Go for the shield first.
Still nothing.
Now let's see if I can hit that leg flap.
I think you only grazed it. I don't think you actually hit it.
Go check that out. So we hit right there. I'm probably going to need to get a permanent marker so I can mark all these so we don't get lost later down the line. But it looks like it stopped it, no problem.
Yeah, nothing.
Now how about the leg flap? I hit right there. There is no way.
No, really. Huh.
Right there's where we hit. I am not seeing
no
an
exit.
exit hole. This leg flappy thing is pretty tough. If you're going to shoot a Russian ballistic shield, you have to use at least 1 Russian round. This is my AK-47. This is a vtuber, and I'm going to be loaded up with some Underwood ammo, controlled chaos, 7.62 by 39. I believe those are.
I think that leg flap needs to be straightened out. have its internals like flattened back
Here
down.
we go. Ooh. Oh no. You just got jammed.
I love that cut in for the jams. That's.
Oh.
I have to say that's weird to me. He said that was his AK. I think he said that was an AK-47. I've never seen anyone ever get an AK to jam. At least not an AK-47 specifically. But then again, his looks very custom compared to what you usually think of for an AK-47.
I think that may have went through the little leg flappy thing.
I wouldn't doubt it.
All right. We hit right there with the AK-47, and there's nothing on the back. Let's check out this little leg flap, though. I believe it's done. We hit right there. Yep. Finally made it through this thing. So, stopped the 223, a 500 Magnum, a 10 mil, but the AK-47 was just a little too much for it. Okay, now it's time to move on to the good stuff. These next rifles are all some of the most powerful rifles in the entire world. So you know what that means? My shoulder is about to be hurting. So since I'm going to be offering up my shoulder as sacrifice for your entertainment while you're sitting on the toilet watching this video, could you please do me a favor and at least take a moment and hit that subscribe button? This rifle is a CZ 550 chambered in 375 H&H Magnum. This is the round here. It is a rather large round, but one of the smaller when it comes to safari rifles. This is a 350 grain barn solid. I am really curious to see what happens when we smack that shield with it. Get her loaded up. Woo! All right. It's about to get real. Here we go. Oh.
Still looks like a deflection.
Yeah. I'm really curious to see what that looked like. I almost caught it.
Almost.
All right. Before we check it out, I'm going to go ahead and write 375 H&H. As you can see, we have a good hit right here. And now let's see if there's even a bulge. No bulge.
No.
Man, that thing is pretty tough. Wait a second, what's this? Oh, that's a dead spider. So up next, I have a rifle that I have not used on the channel before. I have used the caliber before, but this is a brand new CZ 550 416 Rigby with a black synthetic stock. This thing is beautiful. The 416 Rigby might as well be called the 416 Honey Badger because it does not care. It goes through just about everything. This is a 400.
It's not getting through this.
Solid.
I'm gonna call it now. It's not getting through this.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
I might have been wrong. Oh yeah, that actually went through. Wow.
I'm gonna take a wild guess here, and judging from the poof of cinder block I saw behind the shield,
yeah,
I'm gonna say that the 416 Rigby did not care about that shield.
I guess
I'm not trying
not.
to brag here, but I don't think you could have any more perfect shot.
Nice.
It is still smoking. Okay, we're gonna write 416. And you know what? Honey Badger. I'm gonna rename this round because that's what it should be called. I love 4-bore. I love 5.77 T-Rex. I love all those rounds, but there's just something about the 416 because it's just so mean. Check this out. We blew through.
Oh god, the cinder block.
Shield. Oh my gosh. All right. We hit right there.
Yeah, right through.
I would not want to be holding that. Look at the cinder block. It blew through right here. and then blew through the back.
Oof.
And legend says that it is still going. The 416 Rigby is an absolute monster, and I am really curious now to see what the other rounds do.
I guess I shouldn't have doubted it.
Well, we already know what it won't stop.
Yeah.
Well, 416 Rigby did the trick, but now we're going to step it up to a bigger diameter rifle and see how it does. This is a 500 Nitro Express, a double barrel. Oof. And this one is absolutely gorgeous. It has all these beautiful engravings on it. Here you have a Venusaur. On this side, you have a Blastoid. On the bottom is a Charizard. And on the very top, on the lever, you have a Pikachu. And the round I'll be using is a 500 Nitro Express. That is a 570 grain brass solid.
Brass solids.
Okie dokie. Let's see if I can find me a fresh spot. Oh.
Did that go through or did that deflect? It looked like it deflected.
You are 500 Nitro. And let's have a look here. Okay, I do not think that it made it through. Let's have a look.
Nope, doesn't look like it.
It did make it through, but this does feel a little bulgy. So after further inspection of the slow-mo, it appears something shot out the side of that shield, but I do not believe it was the bullet. This next gun I have is one that I have not used on the channel ever. This is another CZ550, but this one is chambered in 505 Gibbs. This thing is a big old chunky boy. That is a 600 grain
505 Gibbs.
I believe this is probably going to thump me pretty good. I don't know how much that muzzle brake is going to help. Woo! This is a very light gun. This is a big old round, so I'm going to get kicked pretty hard. Here we go. Get it lined up. Oh, wow!
And they killed it.
All right.
Just bounced her right off of the cinder block.
So, I hit right here. I'm running out of space. Let's see if it went through. It did not. It does seem to have a little bit of a curve to it now after these rounds have hit it, because it's definitely taking a lot of force, but it did stop the rounds. Ooh, I'm going to need to go to the chiropractor after this video. I can go ahead and tell you that. My shoulder is feeling it. And if it wasn't already, it's going to now. This is my A-square 577 T-Rex. This is one of only 24 rifles in the entire world, and one of the hardest recoiling rifles you can possibly shoot. This thing shoots a 750 grain brass solid. This monster right here is going to be kicking, and I think it's probably going to blow through that shit.
See, I was thinking about it. Like, I've seen some of his even bigger rifles. I was kind of curious how they would do against it, but after seeing what's already gone through it, I guess we don't really need to see them. I'm thinking like the Solithern and the JDJ. Like, those are even bigger rifles. One of them's literally an anti-tank rifle. The other one is meant to be just like the biggest rifle, like heaviest kicking rifle, to the point that it has to have a bench support built into the foregrip. But yeah, I guess don't really need to test those on this, given what's already gone through it.
Guess. All right. Here we go. Find a fresh spot.
You're running out of fresh spots.
Oh, golly.
Yep, dead.
check that out.
You didn't try to catch the round.
Upon inspection, I can already tell you that it did not go through the shield, but this shield is
really
starting to feel all of this because it is ripping apart. Oh.
Maybe I have to retract what I was just saying.
Right there, right where I was aiming. Yeah, it is very bulgy back here, but it did not penetrate through the shield. Well, now it's time for the moment that you've all been waiting for. We're going to hit this shield with the 4-bore rifle, the biggest
Here it comes.
shoulder-fired rifle I can possibly get my hands on. This is a Christian Firearms 4-bore falling block single-shot rifle. It is 1 inch in diameter, weighs over 20 pounds, and produces upwards of 200 pounds of felt recoil. This is the giant round that it fires. Like I said, that's 1 inch in diameter, and that is a 2,150 grain bullet. Oh, shoulder-fired artillery.
Yeah, no
This
kidding.
is about to kick really hard. Okay, here we go.
Will it go through?
Oh! Oh!
I'm gonna take that as a yes. Oh, jeez, that recoil. It didn't even hit the glass,
Oh my gosh!
but it hit with enough energy to knock the glass off.
I don't think it went through it. But if you were holding that shield, I'm pretty sure your arm is going to be broken. Woo!
Yeah.
Talk about some energy transfer. That cinder
Yeah, if you were holding that shield when the 4-bore hit it, you'd probably be on your ass.
block is no more. Like I said, this shield, oh my gosh. It hit it so hard, it knocked the ballistic glass off. I hit right there, right above the 416 Rigby. You can see the giant hole.
Did not go through.
And there is no hole here, but if you look right there, there's a little round mark. And I believe that is where all that energy came through and completely destroyed that cinder block. And I cannot believe that it knocked that off. So
Shows where the weak point of the shield is.
if you had your arm on there and you got hit with a 4-bore, your arm is going to be no more.
Yeah.
So when it comes to defeating armor, speed is key. Most of the rounds we use today are not moving fast enough to make it through that shield, but they are delivering a tremendous amount of energy. The 4-bore is over 10,000 foot-pounds. It did not penetrate the shield.
Too big of a round.
If you were holding on to it, you definitely would have had some energy transfer. But when it comes to penetration, today the 416 Rigby is the champ. This thing has a big round, 400 grains, but it's moving super fast and was the perfect combination to defeat that shield.
Yeah. Right combination of high power, low profile, enough to get through it.
So since it's the champ, it gets the opportunity to shoot that glass. Let's see if we can make it through that peephole. Okay, let's see if I can actually do this.
Right through the mail slot. Ooh, just above.
I think I hit a little high.
A little bit. Oh, there you got it. Oh.
Wow!
The amount of glass spray.
Dead center. I 100% would not want to be holding this shield if 416 Rigby was heading my way.
Yeah.
It'll go through the shield, and it will definitely go through a peephole. Oh, this is bad.
Now, don't breathe that. That's
So,
literally
let's see.
powdered glass.
We blew right through that. Let me see if I can just kind of break this off. You don't want to breathe that in. See if I can pick this
Yeah.
up without cutting my fingers. Yeah. Made it
Wow.
completely through that. No problem.
I was not expecting the hole in the glass to be that big. Wow.
I still got one more test.
Run it over.
What do you think about my new toy? And what should we name this thing? I am so excited.
Wait, what
about
do you...
this.
Your shit's gonna drop a giant boulder on it? Okay. That ought to be fun. I was wondering what the idea was behind the crane there.
Well, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below, along with what else you'd like to see me blast with the 4-bore. If you did enjoy today's video, do me a big favor and give it a like. And if you're not subscribed to Kentucky Ballistics, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button.
Alrighty in.
Also be sure to check me out on Kentucky Customs, Kentucky Ballistic Shorts, Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt.
I didn't know you had 2 other channels. I might have to check those out. Kentucky Ballistic Shorts and Kentucky Ballistic Customs. Okay. I really want the shirt he released. It was called Ride the Lightning, but I checked his store. It's not available anymore.
My name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. I'll see you next time.
Oh. So how does the shield look?
Tables will never be the same again.
The shield's actually looking alright after that. Most of the table that took it. Alright. Yeah, that was a fun one. I was really surprised that round made it through, and then nothing else did. Just that honey badger round of his. He's right. It should be called the honey badger because it don't care.